Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with a different kind of video. This is something that I've been working on for a little while. That's why this first video in this series is going to run a little long, because this is a collection of several months worth of stuff. But what I want to do for you guys is a this month in indie. Now, when I say this month in indie, for the most part, it's going to be stuff that just released this month. But for this video, it's going to be stuff that's new to me in indie that I feel like needs a little bit more chatter because maybe it hasn't been talked about enough. Some of it actually is new though, and some of it's just like within the last couple of months. So this is just kind of late, and it's a collection of me putting things aside for this video for the last couple of months. So yeah, it's new-ish. We're gonna call it this month-ish in indie. This fragrance, the first one that I'm going to talk about, this is going to be a series of, I think, 7 fragrances in this specific video. The first one literally just dropped, so I think we're going to go ahead and do that one first. The release date is actually mid-May. However, I pre-ordered it and I got it really quickly, so let's go ahead and talk about it. From Coastal Carolina Parfums, it's Southern Peach Tea. So this is from Cam Bird, who also has a YouTube channel, which I will hopefully remember to link down below. I just got this today. I have sprayed it on skin. I wore it actually a long time today on skin, but I do want to talk about it a little bit. His last fragrance, 2.6 Elixir, super potent cold weather fragrance. This is also very potent. At least that's what I noticed off of my skin today. But this is a nice warm weather fragrance. Obviously, two of the main notes are sweet tea and peach, but it also has a lot of citruses, and when it opens up, the citruses are really nice and tangy. But it does have a little dose of sweetness from that vanilla. It's just blended in really well to make this what's gonna be a summer banger. I can already tell. I was talking to someone earlier and I said I try not to order anything more than 15 mils of anything because I'm not ever gonna go through it, but there is a big chance that I do go through this because it's really nice. It's different. Some of the notes include bergamot, Sicilian orange, blood orange, cardamom, coriander, jasmine, osmanthus, sweet tea, Georgia peach, fig, vanilla, musk, amber, and gaiac wood. I'm not going to go over all the notes because if I go through all the notes of all of these, it'll be way too long. But I'm going to link all the fragrances down below. It is just a really well blended fragrance with all these citruses, and then you got that nice potent peach note, a little bit of tanginess, a little bit of creaminess actually as well, which I really enjoy. And that tea, I love tea. This is different because it's a sweet tea note, so it's not really anything similar to what I have in any of the fragrances I own. So this one I'm really excited to wear. I'll do a full review if you guys want. In fact, I will do a full review of all of the ones I haven't done yet. If you want, just comment down below. Let me know what you want to see first. Next. So this next one is new to my collection, but I think it has been out for a while, and it's from Flower City Scents. It's Orchid Vetiver. Now this house is actually fairly new to me. You guys know that I'm on this new vetiver kick. It is really new because I really wasn't doing vetiver for a while, but as of the last, I would say 6+ months, I started getting into it. So I'm gonna talk about more than one vetiver on this, but this is like a fresh, tangy vetiver fragrance, really appropriate for spring and summer. Kind of a nice white t-shirt scent. Has a little bit of that refined touch to it. I mean, I think vetiver does that, but it's got a little bit more playfulness as well because the citrusy notes have like a little bit of sweetness, kind of enough to make it playful, so you can dress it up, make it a little more serious, but you can also dress it down to like a casual pressed white v-neck look. It is really, really nice. It's clean. It's got a touch of earthiness, but if you're not really into that, I wouldn't worry too much because I'm not into, I like a little bit of rootiness in vetiver sometimes, but it has to be blended really well with other notes. This has just a small touch of earthiness, so it makes it a little sexier. That's kind of why I like earthiness. Earthiness just has to be done right because it doesn't always work. But it is really nice, and it is really good on skin, and it's got like some real clean muskiness to it, and I think that's what makes it a little bit different for me. I love musk and fragrances, by the way, especially spring, summer fragrances. It kind of makes them a little more easy to wear, and in my experience, there's not a lot of people out in the real world, not just like the fragrance community, that don't love musk and fragrances, so they pull compliments. But I'm gonna give this more wear and give you guys a full video on it next. So this next one, I should say these next two, by the time this video drops, I'll have already dropped the video on these two. And from Authenticity Parfums, it is Cherryland and Clean Musk. Now, Cherryland is a cherry meant for summer. It's a real tangy cherry. And just so you guys know, I've worn this in high heat, and I've actually worn it to the gym because every now and then I spray something, and then within like an hour, I'm like, okay, well, let me go to the gym right now, knock it out. It heats up really well. The opening may lose some because the citruses may be a little stronger than some would like in combination with the cherry, but as it dries down, it goes really well on skin, at least in my opinion. It's just like this really nice tart cherry. Again, very summer appropriate. It does have a little bit of a sweet touch. I think that's from the cotton candy note. Again, I'm not gonna go over all the notes. However, I think a lot of people will like this. Again though, just so you know, the citrus is pretty prominent in the opening, so in the first 10 to 15 minutes, it may not be perfect for everyone, but as it settles down and everything kind of blends a little bit, I think it changes and it becomes this nice tart, fun summer cherry scent. The next one is Clean Musk, which, as you know, if you know my taste at all, I love clean second skin fragrances, and that's what I get out of this one. It feels like coming out of the pool on a hot summer day, and you've got that kind of a coolness to you because of the water on your skin. It's like a sweet second skin in combination with that. I think the cleanliness from the pool. So it's like sweet, clean skin on a summer day. That's what I smell when I smell this fragrance, and I absolutely adore it. Second skin fragrances, to me, or something that just makes you smell like your skin is just nice and sweet and like kind of fresh, basically. That's my thing. I don't feel like all your fragrances need to try super hard, and that's kind of why I like this. I like some that are a little more subtle. It isn't a light performer. I should also mention that. It performs quite well. I mean, all of his stuff performs quite well, but it just isn't screaming, hey, look at me. It's just subtle. It's cool. And I really like that because, again, I don't want all of my fragrances to announce me. That can be a little bit facetious sometimes. Next. So next, from the house of City Rhythm, it's going to be City Rhythm San Diego Pacific Sunset. So this fragrance is awesome for summer. It is nice, it is sweet, it has a touch of creaminess to it as well. It kind of reminds me of being at the beach in the summer. I mean, the name is really obvious, but it's got like it's a really sweet summer fragrance. The best thing that I can say is if you like fragrances like Boss the Scent, Absolute, that nice sweet fruitiness, you're going to love this one because it's kind of in a similar vein. However, this is like sweet tropical for summer. You can wear it year round. His stuff performs really well, obviously, but the tropical nature of it just makes it perfect for summer. And it's flirty, and I feel like it transitions really well from day to night. For me, when I'm going to do vacations this summer, hopefully in Mexico, fingers crossed, this is one that I'm just going to take with me, and I actually do have a travel atomizer of it. It's going to transition really well from day to evening, and I like that. I like that a lot, and I feel like I love a fun fragrance. You could totally wear it as like a club banger if you go out when you're on vacation, which I'm sure some of you do, because it is loud. It's got that really nice potency. It's got that sweetness that you look for, but again, works really well in a tropical atmosphere. I love tropical fragrances. I don't feel like I need to keep announcing that. It's very clear. I've been very open and honest about how that's my favorite genre of fragrance across the board. Next. So this next one is by a newer house, which I will link down below. So from Zernell Gilly, it's Disco. And this is a small bottle, but this is the full size. Why? Because this is an extrait, and if you use 2 sprays of this, you will get through an entire day. It is super potent and a huge compliment getter. Some of the notes in here are tea, tobacco, vanilla, amber. You have some warmth in here. I'm gonna just go ahead and say though, the tea is the first thing that like kind of screamed out to me, and I love tea fragrances. But then you have a tobacco. It is not a sweet tobacco. You have a little bit of sweetness from the amber and vanilla, but it's never in your face. It has just that versatile nature, but it's not versatile like, you know, it doesn't blend into all your other fragrances. It's nice. It's got a little bit of freshness to it, a little bit of sweetness to it. It's just a very well balanced fragrance. And what I noticed is when I wore this to work, I got a ton of compliments. I actually had like a really small, it was kind of like this, just like a 2 ml atomizer. It could have even been smaller than this. And I sprayed a couple sprays on my neck. They went all day, and I had an amazing sillage trail. People were asking me what I was wearing, and I was like, you can really smell it, because I don't overspray. I really couldn't have oversprayed because that was so small, but they liked it. They liked it a lot. So I was like, okay. And I immediately went home and purchased the full bottle, because I was like, this stuff is good. And again, it really does well for any occasion. You can wear it to a date night. You can wear it to work. I mean, I just would spray like probably 2 sprays, really good place, maybe 3, because it's not like facetious. It's not in your face or anything like that. But the sillage trail on it is incredible. So definitely, I will link this website down below. Try Disco. This is really nice, and I can't imagine too many people not liking it. Next. This next one is from the house of Shelter and Perfume. It's Saguenay de Vetiver. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually talk about a few of the notes, because this does have anise, grapefruit, ylang ylang, rose, antique silver, cannabis, vetiver root, patchouli, sandalwood, and tobacco leaf. I felt like I really wanted to read that. Also bergamot. I felt like I really wanted to read that because it is super unique. On my skin, the note that popped really well was the anise, which I'm happy with, because I don't know if you guys know this, I love anise. Anise and vetiver are the 2 things that come out the most to me. The vetiver is really nice and clean. You're gonna get some of the citruses as well, and a little bit of that tobacco, but the anise is so nicely blended in there that I just feel like it makes it a completely different vetiver scent. Yeah, and on my skin, this was nice. And the sillage trail that I was giving off, I wore it on a nice brisk day one time recently. I wore it on a nice brisk day a couple of days ago, and the way that it worked with like the sun beating down on me, but it also being like a little cooler than usual in where we're at now. We've had a couple of cool days lately. Cool for California, not cool for anywhere else in the entire country. So we've had a couple of cool days, and it worked really well. The sillage was really nice. I was dressed fairly casually, but this is one that, to be honest, I see in a white linen button down, because it's a little classier, a little bit more refined, but I really enjoyed it. Definitely check it out. I will link it down below. You can pick up a 15 ml or a 30 ml of this one. This is the 15 ml size. It's a really cute little bottle with the Shelter and Perfume logo on the back. Next. I am going to be trying to do one of these every month if I can. Thank you guys for watching. If you've tried any of these, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Obviously, let other people know what you think, because people read these comments. Like this video if you like to be subscribed to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop new videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!